Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video of this President's Day edition of Benzinga Pro, how to set up a momentum layout, I'll show you how to set up a momentum scanner as well as custom signals and how to spot trends fast. Now, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all of my new content, as well as hit that thumbs up if you find any value in today's video. So first thing I'm going to do is pull up my Benzinga Pro layout. And as you can see here, this is the finished product. So you can see I have all of these fancy colored lines on the side, which are 9 EMAs, 20 EMAs, VWAPs, and I'll show you exactly how to set those indicators up towards the end of the video. And you can see on the left, I have my signals here and my scanner here. So what I'm looking for as a day trader is I'm looking for a correlation between these two. I'm looking for these names on the signals to be popping up while also hitting these names here on the scanner. I want to see that there's price action as well as volume coming into a stock so I can make a trade plan accordingly. So what I'm looking for is the same name on both of these. So we can see KPTI, KPTI. So maybe I would look at that one. Let me pull up KPTI, and as you can see, anything that I click on the left-hand side will then post the chart on the right-hand side. And I love that because that's what I'm looking for, that convenience, and that's what Benzinga has to offer. They have that convenience. It's really fast, really efficient. So when it works, it's really nice. So KPTI, I'm going to click on that one, and you can see it pulls up the chart on the right side. So we have a 5-minute chart right now, and the green, just to briefly go over all of these lines. Blue is a 200 EMA exponential moving average. The red is a 50 EMA exponential moving average. Then we have a 20 EMA, and the purple is a 9 EMA. And then that little green line you can see in there, that there is my VWAP. So those are the indicators I have on my chart almost all the time. And then what I'm really fixated and focused on as being a day trader is volume. So as I scroll over each one of these sticks down here for volume, in the upper left-hand corner, this is the volume. You can see that number change with each one of those sticks. So this is representing 5 minutes worth of volume, each one of these sticks. So that's what I'm focused on: price action, volume, and then I'll look at these EMAs for possibly entries, exits, or etc. So looking over on the left-hand side, we have the signals here, we have the scanner here. So let's take a look at these filters that I have set up, and I'll show you exactly how to set this up here in one moment. But let's look at the filters I have set up. So this is pretty simple for the signals. I have filters you can add right here. You can hit add filters and see the list of filters. Checked off, I have share float and the price. So that's the only two filters I have on my signals, and I'll show you how that looks. So share float from, so this is minimum and maximum to 75 million. So for this example, I'm showing you, I'm showing a scan for up to 75 million share float. Generally, I trade low float stocks, so a lot of times it's under 75 million. So let's keep it low for this example. The price, I'm trading stocks generally between $1 and $25. So these are the two filters I have on my signals: 75 million or less in share float, and $1 to $25 price range. You can alter this to fit your trading style. This is just for an example and how I have mine set up for this. So these are the filters. I'm going to go ahead to the top and hit signals. And when I go to signals, these boxes you can check off to see what signals you want to see in here. So I have price spike, I have halt and resumes, and I have highs, session highs. So I'm not really concerned with the other signals for this type of trading. This is really momentum trading and stocks making new highs. So again, I'm looking for just these three things. So price spikes, halts, and highs. So 2 filters, 3 signals, and that is the meat and potatoes of the signals. Now let's take a look at the scanner, which has a little bit more to it, but it's still not very complicated. I like to keep these, although that they're specific, they're also broad at the same time, because I don't want to miss a move, and I want to let my eyes and my brain make the decision. So if you hold on the right hand side for the chart, if you hold control and scroll in with your mouse in and out, you can scroll in on a specific area. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for these to spike, and then I'm going to be looking in these areas to be playing possibly off of EMAs or of that nature. So the left side, the scanner, let's look at the filters we have set here. So We have common ETF or ADR, which is just automatically set. So I didn't set that, but we have the volume. I have the volume set to at least 20,000 shares. And the reason for this is because it's mostly in the morning. So say it's later in the day. Say we're looking at this later in the day, say 11, 12 in the afternoon or around 12 or after afternoon, then maybe you want to increase the volume because you want to be seeing stocks, especially for momentum. Maybe you want to see volume increase to at least 500,000 shares or more already. Unless you're trying to catch breaking news, which is a different story. But in the morning, first thing in the morning when I'm first watching this, I'm going to keep it low so that way I see stocks that are moving, but nothing under 20,000 shares because that's pretty low. Then what I'm going to do is look for stocks from the price $1 to $25. That way it correlates with this signals page up here. And then change from the previous close at least one. So the minimum I want to see something that's up 1% from yesterday's close. So anything that's trending up at least 1% from yesterday's close, which again is not very specific, but it's specific enough to show me a list of stocks that are up today and nothing more. So share float again up to 75 million, so that correlates with this signals here. So that's the filters I have here, and if you want to see how to set those filters, you just click on the filters there, and then you can go ahead and set these right here. So price, you can go here, and this is the price, $1 to $25. So that's how you set that there. Volume is also in this same category. So under price, you'll find volume. So I have that set to 20,000. So maybe you're looking at the pre-market volume, and maybe you're looking for something else. And you can mess with these and play with them. And here's the change close at the bottom as well. So get that change from the close. I have minimum of 1. So that's down here again. That's also on the price reference here. Then reference to the right of that, you can see that's where you can find the share float. So that's where I set the 75 million. And again, you can set this to whatever you trade and to fit your trading style. So I'm going to hit this filters, this arrow right here, and you'll see all of your filters you have set right here going across the board. And then right now it's not market hours. So the reason that I'm seeing results right now is because I have refresh to never. Normally I would have this to refresh to real time. So during market hours, I would have this on real time refresh. But for the sake of this video, to populate results, I had to put never refresh, and that allows me to see some results. Now, again, for the sake of this video, I have it filtered. You can click any one of these to filter by price or by change of previous close, or share float maybe if you're looking for the smaller floats. But normally I'd have this filtered by the change by either a minute or 5 minute because I'm looking for stocks that are making a big move in the last minute or 5 minutes. So that's what I'm really focused on. So again, I'll be looking at these filters here, looking at these names to correlate with these names up here. So whenever I see one on this list popping and making new highs, but I also see on this list, you can see that percentage wise it's moving up. So there's price action. What you can do is you can click on it, and then on the right side, it's going to pull that chart up. Now, for the right side, for the chart itself, you're going to pull up. This is not the chart, so I didn't actually click chart, and I'll show you again at the end. I'll show you how to set this layout up. But let's just look at the indicators real quick and the filters on here. That way you can have it set up similar to mine. So you can mimic it and then mess around with it from there. So you can see on the left-hand side, I have volume, I have a 200 EMA, a 50 EMA, 20 EMA, a 9 EMA, and a VWAP. So in order to get that, what I'll do is I'll delete each one of these right here just to start fresh. So you can see how I did that. And the volume I'm going to leave on because that's normally on there. So you go up to the top and you click indicators here. I'm going to go ahead and click that. Type in EMA for exponential moving average. So moving average exponential, I'm going to click that once. You can see it added 1 to my chart. I'm going to click it again. And you can click it as many times, as many lines, as many indicators as you'd like to have on your chart. So that's 2. So that's the 9 EMA, 20 EMA, 50 EMA, and then I'd like to have the 200 EMA as well. And a lot of times the 200 EMA I won't use except for on a day chart, but I'm going to have it up on here anyway. And then go up here and type in VWAP, and you can click that there and you can see it added there. So right now they all look the same. Go on the left here, double click on each one of them. So this purple one I'm going to leave as the 9 EMA, but I want to customize it. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger of a line so it's easier for my old eyes to see. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that and hit OK. So it thickened up the line. I'll show you how to do that. So this is the yellow. I like to have my yellow as 20. So I'm going to put 20 EMA there for the input, and then style. I click on that, and then you can thicken the line down here. You can change the color. I'm going to keep it yellow and thicken the line a little bit, and there you go. The 9 EMA, this one here is, let's see, I like to make my 50 EMA red, so I'm going to go ahead and do that as the 50. So 50, and then I have to thicken up the line again, and that's down here. Then hit OK, and voila. So now we have the 200 EMA left. So I like to have this one as blue, and let's see, thicken up the line, and that should be good there. Inputs, there we go. So 200 EMA for that one. So this is if you want to mimic my chart. Again, you can mess around with it. And then the VWAP we have here, I'm going to change this to a green so it's easy to see. Thicken up the line again, and voila. So now you have a mess of indicators on your chart. If this is too much, then you can take off each one, whatever one you're not going to use. Like I said, the 200 EMA, a lot of times I'll only use this for on the day chart. I like to see whether the stock is trending above that 200 EMA or not. For me, that's a pretty bullish symbol, but you can mess around with this however you like. And then if this is in your way over here, just hit this little tab and it will take it away. But I like to have this open because, again, I'm fixating on that volume as I scroll over here. So if we were to see that, yes, there's something coming up on this signals page and there's something coming up over here, it's the same thing, they're correlating. You pull up the chart, click on it, zoom in, hold the control, zoom in with your mouse. You can zoom in a specific area, and you can say, okay, well, it spiked up here, and I can see at the volume, if you see the volume at the top, it spiked up on 1.3 million shares. So I know that there's volume to support the trade. So let me make a game plan from there. Maybe I'm looking to buy at this VWAP and move from there. Maybe I'm looking to buy at this purple 9 EMA using the 20 EMA. Either way, having this, and this combined, you can see how this can help you as a trader. Now, this is a momentum trader setup for Benzinga Pro, or a layout for Benzinga Pro. And just to give you a quick reference, you can have the chat as well. If you want to click the chat there, you can have the chat up as well, which is pretty convenient if you're, you have the day trading chat. A lot of these guys are pretty smart and really helpful when you're trading. So you can have that up. You can switch from channels there. If you don't want that up, you just hit the X and get that off your page. Now, to have this layout here, I showed you all the filters, but if you want this layout where you have the signals, you have the scanner, and you have the chart, just hit this tab right here at the top. Go ahead and start with the signals because we want that top left. Then we're going to click on the scanner here. And then we're going to go ahead to the details. Instead of chart, we're going to click on details. And then over on the right side, you can see these tabs on the details page. Click that chart one there, and there you go. So you now can switch it from the time frames, and this is where you go ahead and start adding those indicators again like we did in the last one. So you just go ahead and just add them in here. EMA, click it 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then VWAP. And there's the VWAP, and it's that simple. So you go ahead and just go through these just like we did in the last layout. The filters, I showed you in the beginning of the video, all the filters. So just trying to show you quickly how to set up this layout. But that's it for today's video, guys. Just want to make this brief, quick one on how to set up a momentum layout using Benzinga Pro's platform. I hope everybody has a great day off from trading. Get that education in while you can. And guys, remember, if you found any value in the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Share with other traders if you think it could be any help. And I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys.